This is the story of how I was paralyzed 7 years ago from a brain hemorrhage, and the doctors had to remove part of my brain. And the part they removed just happened to be the part that controls movement. And as most of you know, I've recovered. And if you're thinking, how the hell do you recover from something like that? From having part of your brain removed, and you're fully paralyzed in all four limbs, a full quadriplegia. This is what I'm going to start talking to you about. Actually, this is a bit of a trigger warning. I'm not going to speak in front of the camera. I'm going to just show you pictures from the hospital. If you can't handle hardcore pictures, you turn that. Don't look at the screen and just listen to the sound. At the end of 2015, on a business trip to Las Vegas, I suffered a massive Category 5 brain hemorrhage, and luckily I knew when it happened and asked someone to call me the ambulance, and then I was taken to the hospital. I passed out in the ambulance, but I was taken to the hospital, and nothing they tried was working. The brain Category 5 is the strongest you can have, and the medication they were giving me wasn't working. The pressure was double the normal, and eventually my parents flew over from Australia, and they were given the terrible news that I wasn't waking up. Nothing they were doing was working, and they were told I was not waking up. And the neurosurgeon, recommended organ donation. And my parents asked for a second opinion, and they had a look, and they said he's not waking up. They said even if he did wake up, the pressure is so high, every blood vessel in my brain will be flattened. On the very slight chance I wake up, I'll be a full vegetable. I won't be able to move, there'll be no memories. And then my parents donated my organs. So this is the flag they fly when they about to take your organs. So 2 days before they were about to take my organs, they stopped all medication, and they said I'll be dead in 2 days. But they had to delay 3 times, and it was delayed till morning, and I woke up that night a few hours before they pulled life support to take my organs. And these pictures of after I've woken up, I wasn't supposed to survive this. There's an article on a GoFundMe from 7 years ago. If you want to read it, I'll leave it in the comments. I'm recording this in 2023 after we've just had a global pandemic. 3 years ago, most people would not know what a ventilator is. Now everyone knows what a ventilator is. So I was on a ventilator, and they had to sedate me to get me on the machine so I could breathe. And I've thought about it for a long time, and if my parents did not donate my organs, they would not have stopped the medication, and I wouldn't have woken up. So by my parents doing something kind, trying to, if I was going to die, they were going to help people with my organs, I ended up waking up. And not only did I wake up, as many of you know, I went on to recover. I went on to recover quite well, actually. I decided to start recording a more comprehensive record of how I did it. So this is the first part of that series, probably around 10 videos. This is what happened to me. This is how I got paralyzed. And if people see my videos now, I thought, this guy can walk, he's not that bad. Yeah, I was as bad as you can get. I was that close to death, and it took a long time for me to recover. So for the whole entire time in the US, I could not move a muscle. I could move my neck, and that was it. And I could talk. And the whole time I was on strong medication, pain medication, hydromorphone, I think. because I was still recovering. I had pneumonia, I had a tube in my neck, and they had to suction out all the phlegm every few hours. It was terrible. But this is the time if you read my post, I accepted straight away. I had no issue with it. I believe everything happens for a reason. I just accepted. It took me 3 weeks to turn the negative into a positive, which I'll talk about in the next part. So when you're in these situations, you can't think negative thoughts. If you think negative thoughts, it's very hard for you to recover. See, in situations like this, you gotta be as positive as you can. And I'm making this video. As you guys know, I've been trying to help people for 2 years. I've been going online and talking to anyone I can to try and help them. Actually, to not much success. Most of the times, people don't want to listen to me. People think, "Oh, this guy is different from me. It can't be done." Well, that's my ex, by the way. That's Vanessa. Yeah. To recover from something like this, you need a lot of support. This is one of my favorite pictures, actually. This is my mum over my bed. I love this picture.